Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good evening. So, we continue our lecture number 3, so which is lab number 3. So the main title is Designing and Wiring of Main Circuit and Control Circuit Direct Online Starter, DOL Starter. Okay, for this task, there's learning outcome LO2 is cover learning outcome 2 LO2 and also program outcome PO3, which is LO2 is construct electrical circuit flashback system to optimize operation parameter by using the chosen control method, and also is covered PO3 design solution for broadly defined engineering technology problem and to design system component and process to meet specified need with appropriate consideration to public health and safety, as well as cultural, societal, environmental, and sustainability concern. Okay, basically, what we practice before this is the student will be construct and design the circuit by themselves using board and also all the wire. You need to do a installation and also construct the wiring system, and after that the circuit will be tested on the motor itself. But in this time we do a different approach, which is I will conduct the experiment, okay, and then I will show you by video. But what you have to do is you have to construct back, or you have to do the sequence. You have to list all the sequence steps for all the circuit. Okay, basically lab 2, lab 3, lab 4 and lab 5 is a similar process, but it's different circuit. So which means that if you do this correctly, if you refer to the circuit given and also the video that I attached, it will help and also it will assist you doing this lab report. Okay, so this is a lab sheet 3. So it's covered. So this is a report activity that you need to cover inside your lab report. So there must be a introduction, must have equipment, work process, procedure, result, and discussion. Okay. Then this is attachment. Okay, just now I show you the test sheet, which is the report format. Okay, what need have inside your report, and this is attachment. So this is attachment for this experiment. So the first page we will is list of your equipment, list of the equipment and list of material that needs for this task, basically. Okay, so you can refer here. So cable cutter, screwdriver is common tools that need. So this is list of material. What you need is 63M RCCB main switch, 6 ampere MCB. MCB means main circuit breaker, and then we need a 3 type of pilot lamp. So push button, okay, and magnetic connector. We also need overload thermal relay. Okay, then the rest is a cable. So we use a 1.0 mm thickness cable or 2.5. It depends on the application. So this is a learning outcome to learn about the operation of three-phase direct online starter, to design the main circuit and control circuit of three-phase direct online starter, and to test main circuit and control circuit three-phase direct online starter. But the LO number 3 is probably we have to adjust because of this time around lecturer have to conduct this experiment that you will see from the video. Okay, so this is not safe and theory, so you can read by yourself. It's a procedure, it's a common procedure. Important any connection must be accompanied by the examiner. So this is you can read from the detail from here. Alright, so this is a circuit. So mainly we have two type of circuit. We have main circuit and control circuit. But this time around we just focus on this control circuit, this area only. Okay. Oh sorry. So we just focus on the control circuit. I can't show you this main circuit because of the we have limitation of the contactor and also motor. Okay, and also we have a limitation of the time also. So what we have done is on the video later you will see. Okay, this part is a control circuit. Okay. So, experimental procedure. In this laboratory session, you are divided into 3 or 4 people. Detailed activity are as follow. The diagram is given, okay, from the figure above. Construct the operation sequence step from the beginning of the circuit to the end of the operation. The example of operation step sequence is given for the guidance. Okay, for the guideline. The operation must follow the ladder diagram, which is follow line by line. As I mentioned earlier in the lab 1 ladder diagram, so we will follow that sequence. Okay, part by part. Example, this is example of operation sequence as below. Push start button, and to run relay number 1, and then light run will be operate once R1 is run. The C contactor coil R1 energized. Okay, this is example. So please use given table to list up all the operation sequence. So you can use this report, this sequence. Okay, you can create your table. Then I need this something like this, the sequence. Just construct one by one. Okay, it's all one by one. Then answer all the question in the test sheet. Okay, then the last part is question. What is the article? You can refer from the internet, source from the internet. And then please take the discussion and conclusion for the activity not more than 2 pages. But at least half pages also can accept. Right? Okay. Later I will show you. We continue with the video in order to help you more understand about this task. Okay, so okay, before I forget, so how to do a sequence step. So example here, okay, if I said, okay, when the current is go to start button, so the start button will be pressed. So conductor coil number 1 will be run. Once the conductor 1 C1 magnetic conductor 1 is energized, the normally close from the conductor 1 will be function, which is from the conductor from normally open to normally close, and the run light will be function. Okay, so you do one by one part, okay, as mentioned as in the later diagram, until the end, at the end of this circuit. So I show you I just show you this part only, so you can continue the rest. Alright. Okay. So we will continue in the video later. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and good evening. So we proceed to our third experiment. So our third experiment will be direct online starter circuit, control and power circuit. Okay. So what we will do, we will focus on the construct the diagram. Okay. Actually, the diagram is given, but we try to construct the wiring system on the board. Okay, based on this control circuit. To continue this experiment, actually we need part, electrical part, to make sure this can be done. Okay, what we need first is a overload contactor. Okay, we call it contactor, or sometimes they call magnetic connector. We also have a MCB. Okay, so this one we call overload to protect this contactor. And also we need push button off and push button on. Then this one is an indicator. So we still need a wire. So for this time we use 1.5 mm thickness to perform this experiment. Alright. Okay, before we continue our experiment, okay, to do a wiring system, so we have to rearrange our part. Okay, so if you see here, so I try to rearrange back this SUV. I put on the top. Okay, actually it's you can depend by yourself how to arrange it, but for this experiment, to make it easy, so I arrange it's look like this to save more on the wire. Okay. Okay, so we continue based on this diagram. Okay, because we are focusing now to control circuit. So control circuit actually is involved with an MCB to overload, and then through push button, and then involved with the contactor. Then the last part to energize the run light indicator. So what we are doing now, we will connect all the wire based on this diagram from the earlier what we call this connector to the MCB. So you can see from here. So okay, we start from here to the MCB. Okay, we will do part by part. After that, from MCB to the overload. Okay, I show you one by one. First, connect the wire. Please make sure all the wire is fully tight to avoid sparking. Okay, so we done this part. So we continue from the MCB to the overload. So this one, how to know which one the overload? This is overload protector. Okay, so this overload contactor will be attached to the main contactor. So I will show you how to connect it. You have to unscrew this first. Then you have to tight again. Okay. And then from the MCB, okay, if you see from this diagram, from the MCB is go to the overload. So from the MCB, to the overload, okay. You can choose either one, at the port. This one for incoming protector. Okay. So the same. After that, from the overload to the start button. So we will go from here. Okay. For the start button, this one. Okay. Then go to the start button. So after this, I will show you the overall of the wiring system. Okay, so now we are complete terminate the wire to all the part. Okay, if you can see, I based from this diagram. So from this diagram, so I just follow through based on this line by line. So we have started from this MCB. So after that, we go to overload. Okay, so overload, if you see here, it's a clear indicate numbering 94, 95 and come up with the 96. So from here also is indicator 95 and 96. Okay, so basically to conduct this experiment, we based on phase by phase. Okay, so we start from this area, this line, and then finish at this line. Okay, so if you complete, so it look like something like this. Okay, all the termination wire is done, so we can test it using direct supply. Okay, thank you. So then now we try to fix with a motor, single phase motor. Then we want to try exit functionality of this diagram. Okay, so this one, the LCB this already switched on. So now it push this button. Okay, so the indicator green is function, and then motor is moving. So when we push off this button, okay, so the motor will be stopped. Okay, this is basic concept of DOL starter, direct online starter. Okay, so that's all for this task. So we see for the next experiment. Okay, thank you.